Hello and welcome everybody. We have the patch notes for July 20th. Oh, one second, I've got to turn on the translation. So we have the Executor of Destruction or Executor of Doom or Doomcaller, multiple names for the same thing. It is finally coming for the Siege Guild, so after accepting the quest from Village Chief Durgif and Doomcroon, you can complete it to obtain the guild registration card, Executor of Destruction. You need 100 traces of destruction, which you can get over multiple sources. So you can get them by winning an unlimited occupation battle. The guild leader of the winning guild slash alliance can obtain guild sealed traces of ruin. When using these items, you can obtain 12 traces. And if you win the War of the Roses, you can also obtain 25 traces of ruin. If the guild that has achieved the acquisition condition for Guild Trace of Ruin or Guild Sealed Trace of Ruin is in an alliance, the item will be given to the guild leader of the alliance leader's guild. The boarding registration, after obtaining the Executor of Destruction, you can register it with the guild mount manager to be able to handle the Executor. The dragon will be registered with the boarding manager and it has a validity of 14 days. Registered executors of Doom will automatically disappear from the guild mount manager when the validity expires, and you can register up to two at the same time. Each guild's mount managers are ready to manage the executor or the dragon, so the slots have been increased by two as well to allow this. To summon the dragon, you will need the guild permission settings, manage executor of destruction permission in the guild menu. The dragon management authority grants the guild mount manager the ability to find and trust, board, and summon the Doom executor. The Doom executor can be summoned in the following ways. So, Guild G, a new skill, Execution Declaration, has been added to the guild skill menu. And as with the Guild Elephant rules, when a stronghold occupation war begins, this summon Executor of Destruction will automatically be handed over to the Guild Mount Manager, and the Guild/Alliance that is defending with the unlimited occupation war can summon it using the Guild Execution Declaration skill. So here we can see if the base is not in progress, you can summon it this way, and if it is in progress, you have the unlimited step Mercury here. While summoning the Executor of Destruction, you can call it to the adventurer's side through the Mount UI. The skills for the dragon are Flame of Destruction, fire a blazing flame in the targeted direction. Damage is applied as an attack skill when hit by the attack, and damage reduction is reduced by 45 and evasion rate reduced by 18%. Hell's Flames, after lowering the altitude to the ground, it gathers flames filled with flames of hell and burns the entire ground. Damage is applied by attacking skills, and when hit by the attack, a knockback effect that ignores dismounting, burn damage, and defense judgment is applied. Roar of Destruction, it lowers the altitude again, go flying low, and then flying forward. And when using the skill, you will increase the Black Spirit Rage by 2.5% for 30 seconds for all allies underneath. Also, the Dragon has a higher flight speed of 33% compared to the Duskwing that we had as a trial. They've also improved the mid-flight stopping motion to be more smoothly linked. They also added the ability to move left and right using the A and D while landing, and they added forward and backward movement via the W and S key while landing as well. And further, they've improved smoothness of mid-flight direction changes. Character-wise, we have a Valkyrie change where there was an issue with the combo after the Celestial Spear skill would be unnatural when it was on cooldown. On stage, there was an issue with the skill using a skill immediately after an evasive move would cause it to be linked to the main weapon skill. This has been fixed. And on Hash, the unnecessary skill lock feature for the following passive skills has been removed. So Salvation of Sands, Revealer of Sands, both prime and non-prime. Then we have some item changes. So it is pretty much the item UI or icons for the Vel's Heart is being changed from the typical purple stone to the Vel Heart. The same will be happening for the God's Heart, Destruction, Life, and Guardian to be more distinctive. Also, the icons for Florin Recipe and Roland support certificates will be changed. Further, we have some item changes for items that used to share the similar appearances or colors, and they will be made easier to distinguish. So here we have sugar and brown sugar, bottle filled with oil of regeneration, oil of serenity, distilled water, and seawater being more distinctive. Fortune teller mushroom, tiger mushroom, and I think wind mushroom. Same thing for the arrow mushroom, emperor, and ancient being more distinctive. Dwarf, ghost, and clown being made more distinctive, and the cloud and fog also being changed. And finally, the sky and oyster mushrooms as well. For the bartering, we're finally getting a change that the Bartali gold coin and also the pirate gold coin will be more distinct, or, well, one of them will be made more distinct. And finally, the icons for platinum or items have been changed to distinguish them from others, so it is getting a slightly more bluish sheen to it, to all the platinum to make it more visually distinct. The description of trade artifact items has also been improved to allow you to see the packaging skills of the affected worker, and we pretty much have it on the full list. Also, a small thing in the description of the ancient chariot item, the words how to use and how to obtain have been changed to where to use and where to obtain. Monster wise, just a small little thing in the vessel quest. It has been modified to allow you to gain knowledge on all of the Stars End mobs. Nodewar and Occupation War, the Tier 1 is moving from Medaya and Valencia to Balenos and Serendia. Tier 2 is going from Calcon and Camisovia to Medaya and Valencia. And the Unlimited will be changing from Balenos and Serendia back to Calphion and Camisovia. The number of people that can participate in each territory has been method is as follows. So here we see Medaya going 55 people, 35 on stage 4 on the Helmet Garrison. Tonguered Forest 45. Well, overall, my throat's acting up a little bit, so if you need to check your current zone, here you can see them. I'll scroll through this slowly. The order of display territories and the Stronghold Battle UI has also been changed according to the stage cycle of each territories in the Stronghold Battle. In a capture type base war, if the base war ends but the fortress remains, the fortress will be destroyed 1 hour before the start of the next war. UI changes when opening the maid or butler in the warehouse in the Ulukita region. The default warehouse was Osper Khan. This will be changed to Muskar. The order of the warehouse list within the maid and warehouse UI has been changed to place Muskar at the top. And finally, NPC search when selecting the Ulukita region through Find Warehouse by territory, it will now connect to the Muskar warehouse as well. System-wise, categories that are no longer in use, such as Shadow Battleground rank rewards from the Black Spirit inventory, have been removed. If you had items stored in that category still, they will be moved to the idle storage. And then we have some fixes and changes. So there was some issues with NPCs disappearing when completing a quest. Also issues where characters were awkwardly exposed during cutscenes. Fixed an issue where other NPCs would appear on the screen when interacting with the Sunak trade manager in Muskar. Also fixed some issues where certain grass near Bahan Gate was awkward. Same thing for Ulukita Turba Farm. And they fixed an issue where the world boss Ancient Kutum would sometimes leave the combat area during certain circumstances. That would have probably ended up being quite funny. The phenomenon where the appearance reflected in the water in Or's cradle appeared awkward has been fixed. At Araxian, there's a fix as well, where the battle would proceed even when not all party members entered the Orzeki Alvia difficulty. The issue with some events and requests were not quests were not displayed when the real time of the region where the game is being played and the time of the PC running Black Desert were set differently has been fixed. Also fixed an issue where new and returning icons in the Delmuri and chat group were not aligned correctly. The Fairy Generous Hand skill has been modified to be used while opening the Pearl Shop. There were also fixed an issue where you could use the Black Sugar Lump while riding a horse. And the fishing of the saltwater species canary in Doombringer Hot Springs, Evilab Oasis, and other inland areas has been fixed, and the following fish species can be caught instead. Actually, I think this might be the sand eel. Doombringer Hot Springs will be a steakfish, Evilab a loach, Valenos Inland a bess, and other land also the bess. Overall, I know you probably heard it. I have a slight stuffy nose, so I'm sorry for the sound today. But going back on the recap, I do like the item UI, the visual item changes. It's well overdue. At the same time, the fact that they're updating the a few of them so extremely and leaving the old one in the old style, it could have used a facelift as well. The boss finally being more distinct to make it easier to see what you've popped. This is good. At the same time, I do feel they need to make sure that you can see all the icons, which is still a slight issue if you pop a lot of buffs, so that is still very much needed. And otherwise, we have the Executor of Doom finally here for the Nodewar guilds. I'm kind of sad that we don't have any options to get this outside of being a siege guild, but hey, at least we'll see a few flying around occasionally, but I think most of the time they will just be used in combat. And with that, thank you for bearing with me. I do want to say thank you, and I will see you around.